7:24 now on a Friday edition of the Morning Show on KBTV Fox 4. I'm Dan Gresham. Glad you've joined us this morning. Hopefully by now you've made us part of your weekday routine. You know that we're around for 4 hours beginning at 5 a.m. on KFDM TV and then stretching till 9 here on KBTV Fox 4. This morning our sports reporter Andrew Chernoff headed to Houston. He's ready to get a preview of the Grand Prix that's coming up this weekend.
That's right, Dan. We are here at the Shell and Pennzoil Houston Grand Prix. Usually race car drivers, as you see next to me, are pretty short. This one, pretty tall. Elio Castroneves, as you may have heard of him, he won Dancing with the Stars, of course. He's a three-time Indianapolis 500 champion, and he is sporting the Pennzoil Yellow this weekend. Sort of the hometown race, I guess, the Shell and Pennzoil Houston Grand Prix. Busy schedule of events as well. As you see, it's right here. Practice. Cars will be out on track very soon, actually, at about 9:15. Pro Mazdas. We'll actually talk to one of those drivers in a little bit, but he'll be out on track. Spencer Piggott, the leader of the Pro Mazda series. But I just want to sort of show you around what's going on right here, right now. This is the paddock area where everyone is ready to go. This is where all the drivers, this is where all the teams are preparing for this week, and they'll spend a lot of time in this area. The cars starting to be worked on right here. You see a lot of who's who as well throughout this area. There's tires, as you see, sort of in that area right there. Meanwhile, it's all taking place, as we mentioned at the top of the show, right in front of the Astrodome, right in front of the NRG Center. It's pretty weird, actually. This is the second year that they've raced in this complex. They, of course, had a break here. 2007, they came back last year. Last year was a little shaky, but they're getting it ready to go this year. So let's continue to walk this way a little bit. To our left, we'll actually be talking to this guy in a little bit, Ed Carpenter Racing. Their driver, Ed Carpenter. Figures, right? Didn't guess that one. He is the last winner in the Verizon IndyCar series. He actually won at Texas Motor Speedway. And actually, look at this. This is Simon Pagenaud's car being reeled out right in front of us. These cars, pretty high tech. These top speeds probably here this weekend, 180. Not too bad. I know, Dan, you probably go that fast just on a normal day. They're actually lowering the car as we speak. But Justin, let's actually show the front of this car. These are the wings actually right in front. They're removable, so if there ever is damage, as you see there's extra wings that they're bringing in over right there, they can just take these things off and put them on in case there is contact throughout the race. This is the Schmidt-Peterson Motorsports car of Simon Pagenaud's. He's having himself actually a very good year as well. He won the Grand Prix of Indianapolis earlier this year. And a little biased, as a Syracuse guy, I like this car. It's orange. So let's actually continue walking down this way in just a second, Justin, but that's just one of the cars. They're all starting to get ready and working on this. You see all the teams starting to come in here as well. Starting to actually pick up in the last few minutes. To our left here, we'll actually see Joseph Newgarden's team. He's one of the young stars of this series. Then right back there, you see them. They're working on his car. A nice little paint scheme as well. All these cars will be out on track later this morning for the first practice session. It's a busy weekend for these teams here as well, Dan, because it's a doubleheader. They race Saturday, they race Sunday. 2 races in the heat of Houston, so it's going to be an intense atmosphere. We're actually, again, going to talk to Ed Carpenter, one of the drivers of the series, and the Pro Mazda driver coming up a little bit later on this morning. But from now, here in Houston, we'll send it back to you, Dan.
All right, great time of the morning. You're right. Look at that. Cars being lowered. And those trucks, they're almost as expensive as the cars that they're in, the haulers. Double-deckers, lift them up, put the car in the top. They got their shop in the bottom. I'm sure we'll get a look at that as we mentioned. Andrew, as you could tell, just listening, huge race fan. He is our race expert around here. If you want to know anything that's going on when it comes to car racing, that is the guy to talk to. And we'll talk to him again as we head through the morning. But coming up next here on the Morning Show, summer is upon us, and for many that means fun in the sun. If that fun includes a day at the pool, there's some safety guidelines you're going to want to keep in mind.